Number 1. Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story. Netflix smash hit Bridgerton presented an alternate timeline in which people of color were among Britain's high society in the early 19th century. Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story is the prequel series that reveals how this timeline diverged as young Charlotte, India Amatefio, rises to power in 1761 as the wife of King George R. Corey Maltreist. Golda Rochouval also reprises her role as the older Queen Charlotte from Bridgerton in 1817 as she faces a royal crisis. Charlotte's daughter, Princess Charlotte, has died in childbirth, leaving the royal family without an heir. And that's something that the Queen will do anything to change. Number 2. Sanctuary. How far would you go to be a champion? In Netflix's new sumo wrestling drama, Sanctuary, Kiyoshi O's Wataru Ishinos is willing to sacrifice just about everything he has in the name of finding fame and fortune inside the world of sumo. Kiyoshi takes the ring name Eno, and he isn't afraid to fight dirty to reach the pinnacle of his sport. But there's always someone gunning for the top guy, and Eno will have to fight for his position every step of the way. Number 3. Drama. Firefly Lane. Although Firefly Lane received an extended Season 2 order, this is the end of the road for Kate Milaki, Sarah Chalk, and Tully Hart, Katherine Heigl. Their friendship is at the heart of the series, and the show explores their connection at different points in their lives, from their teenage years to middle age in the present. The second half of Season 2 finds Kate and Tully's bond challenged like never before, as they are forced to spend an extended time apart from each other. There are also secrets that could come between them. Their friendship is a powerful thing, but even that power has limits as the series wraps up its run. Number 4. The Diplomat. Keri Russell has played everything from the all-American girl in Felicity to a deadly Russian spy in The Americans, so it seems fitting that Netflix has put Russell in the lead of its new political drama, The Diplomat, which plays like Homeland by way of The West Wing. That's appropriate because series creator Deborah Kahn worked on both of those shows. Russell plays Kate Weiler, a seasoned crisis management expert who finds herself named as the new American ambassador to the UK as her marriage to Hol Weiler, Rufus Sewell, is falling apart. Before Kate can even catch her breath, she is thrust into a high-stakes position when Britain is attacked, and Hal's decisions appear to undermine her duties. Number 5. Better Call Saul. The 6th and final season of Better Call Saul has arrived on Netflix, and this is appointment TV. If you haven't watched this series, you're in for a treat. It is a prequel to Breaking Bad, but you don't even have to know about the original show because Better Call Saul largely works on its own terms. It stars Bob Odenkirk as Jimmy McGill, the man he was before he became the criminal lawyer Saul Goodman. Jimmy's moral downfall reaches its peak in Season 6 as his schemes with Kim Wexler, Rhea Seehorn, threaten their lives and even their souls. And then, the narrative changes again as the series becomes a Breaking Bad sequel and reveals what happened to Jimmy in the end. Number 6. Beef. If you've ever had a moment of road rage, you know that what follows is not usually your best self. In Netflix's black comedy, Beef, Danny Cho, Steven Yeun, and Amy Lo Nakai, Ali Won, have a road rage encounter that transforms their lives, and not for the better. Despite being strangers to each other before the incident, Danny and Amy's lives become intricately tangled as their mutual rage for each other intensifies. This is not going to end well for either of them, but it's almost impossible to look away from the carnage they leave in their wake. Number 7. You. On almost any other series, Joe Goldberg, Penn Badgley, would be the villain. But on You, this obsessive stalker and murderer is a fan-favorite antihero. In some ways, Joe just can't help himself. Whenever a beautiful young woman catches his eye, he insinuates himself into their lives and often murders anyone in the way of his happiness. Parts 1 and 2 of the 4th season of You recently premiered, and it finds Joe in the odd position of trying to leave his life of mayhem behind and reinvent himself in London. But he's just so good at killing people and hiding the bodies that trouble has a way of finding Joe, even when he's incognito.